Students, it's Mrs. Nelson. This week you're still working with equivalent ratios, and you're using a tool called a double number line diagram to help you reason about and find those equivalent ratios. So here is one of the problems that you're working on. You can of course draw a double number line diagram in your workbook or on a regular piece of paper in a notebook, but you can also use this applet as well. So this says 8 avocados cost $4. So to use the applet, you come in here and you edit the name of the item or the two quantities that are being compared. So we have avocados and we also have cost, money. So avocados and cost, or avocados and dollars. You'll notice it updated those titles on the double number line diagram. We have avocados and cost. And then I put in my initial ratio. So I have 8 avocados that cost $4. And again, it changes those numbers on the double number line diagram. So now you can use these slider bars right here to add more tick marks. If you use the green slider bar, it's going to double that quantity. So it's going to double the 8 and double the 4. So it's kind of like doubling a batch of food or doubling a recipe for paint or color mixtures. If you use the blue slider bar, then it's going to half everything, or if you use it twice, it'll make everything 1/3 as big, etc. So you'll see that that splits it in half. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So, or we could think about this as 8 times 1/2 and 4 times 2. We know that finding equivalent ratios, it's just like finding equivalent fractions, we make the same change to both parts. We can multiply both by 2 or multiply both by 1/2. So I'm going to add more blue tick marks. Again, you can see now that it's split into 3 equal parts. So that's essentially like dividing each part by 3 or multiplying by 1/3. This would be like multiplying by 2/3. And you can add those tick marks until you have the values that you need represented. So for example, it says, how much do 16 avocados cost? Well, I got that one, I doubled it, and I see that 16 avocados costs $8. So you can add any tick marks that you need and get really busy and crowded on here until you're able to display the matching tick marks for the number of avocados or the cost. So you can certainly use this applet for any of the tasks that involve making a double number line diagram, whether that be for the practice you're doing, your practice problems, or even your quizzes or tests that you experience this week or in the coming weeks as we continue to work with equivalent ratios. Thanks for learning with me.